Won't you come down to the story medicine show? Story medicine show. Story medicine show. Oh, let's start the show.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Story Medicine Show. Today, I'll be reading Avi's Big Race, written by Mitali Shah. Every year, Coolsville hosts a race for the children of the town. But there's one important catch. The rules of the race change every year. Coolsville's annual race was no ordinary marathon. After all, Coolsville is a very cool town. No one ever knew how the race would end, but it was always guaranteed to be a unique experience for everyone. Every kid in Coolsville looked forward to race day all year long, except for one. While all the other kids shook with excitement, Avi was getting nervous. He wasn't feeling so sure about racing. It took years of his mom convincing him for Avi to sign up. He didn't know how he'd be able to participate with his wheelchair, let alone win. If only the race was based on solving problems or riddles. He was always good at that. "Avi, time for the big race," said Mom. "And remember, don't forget to use your imagination." All the kids were lined up at the starting line, ready to begin. When Avi arrived, he saw all of his friends were there and ready to go. "Avi, you finally made it! You'll do great," they said. He couldn't help but smile and feel a surge of confidence. The mayor stepped up to the podium. "Today's race will be like no other. You will go through the town, across Dumpling Lake and back. Whoever makes it across the finish line first will be the winner. On your marks, get set, go!" Everyone around him bolted away, running far, far ahead of him. "How will I do this?" Avi wondered as he started to wheel away. Avi went as fast as he could to catch up with the other racers until... In front of him was Dumpling Lake. He could see some kids swimming across and others making rafts from tree bark. "What do I do now?" he wondered. Avi didn't know what to do. There was no way he could get across Dumpling Lake now. Then he remembered what his mom said. "Don't forget to use your imagination!" Avi closed his eyes and thought really hard. What could help him get across the lake? "A boat!" he yelled. Suddenly, his wheelchair transformed into a huge speedboat. He pushed himself into the water and Avi rocketed across Dumpling Lake. He quickly passed the other kids and made it to the other side. All he had to do now was find his way to the finish line. On the road back to town, Avi went as fast as he could until he stopped in front of a massive hole. He didn't know what to do. The other kids started to catch up to him. Some of them swung from vines to get across, while others tried to run around it. Avi closed his eyes and thought really hard. What could help him get to the other side? "A zip line!" he yelled. His wheelchair shot a long rope to the other side of the hole, and then Avi flew across and back onto the road, passing all the other kids. Before long, Avi was back in town. He could see the finish line until a huge wall burst from the ground, blocking his path. He didn't know what to do. Avi looked and noticed there were words written on the front of the wall. "What is always tired when it runs?" "It must be a riddle," he said. Avi thought for a moment. "Easy," said Avi. "A car!" Before he knew it, the wheels on his chair grew into huge race car tires, and the massive wall opened like a door. Avi could see the finish line again. He wheeled forward and his chair zoomed off with incredible speed. The other kids were far behind him, trying with all their might to catch up to him. Avi slid across the finish line. The horn sounded and the mayor boomed from the podium. "The winner of this year's race is Avi!" His mom was by his side, hugging him. His neighbors were on the sidelines cheering, and the whole town celebrated. Avi had done it, and it was his trusty wheelchair that made it happen.
Story Medicine Show. Story Medicine Show. Story Medicine Show. Oh, it's time to go.